friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another vlog. Today's a little bit different. We're going to be all over the place. First of all, I'm making some samples. I don't use these very often, but I'm literally just making some scent samples to take over to my friend so that she can see what she likes. The samples are coming from Mercura. I had these delivered today. We use some Mercura scents in our blends, but I also find them to be pretty good on their own. So if you are looking for like a one and done fragrance, like a pre-blended fragrance that's like, this is going to be really nice, I think this is a really good place to start. If you are starting out, I would recommend Mercura. So with that in mind, I picked a few that I thought might work for her. Her brand is very pink and she wants like a signature scent. So I picked things that to me felt like they sounded pink, or like fragrance dupes. They had an offer on, I think it was £2 for the 10ml bottles. So what I did was I bought 2 10mls of each of the fragrances that I want, because I only need 18 grams. I know mils and grams don't equate, but you know, close as we can get. I only need 18 grams to make a full candle of any of these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill all of these, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll probably do, well, I might just do the 6 cubes. Sometimes I'll do like 1 for me and 1 for them, but I'm just going to do the 6 cubes today. I'm going to fill them with wax, and then I'm just going to put a drop of the fragrance oil in there. This is obviously not how you would make a wax melt, but in terms of samples, if you don't want to waste a load of product and you want to give someone an idea of fragrance, if you're making a product for somebody else, this is a really good way of doing it. I've done this before and sent them even in the post, like, here are your options, and people have blended things together for their own products. I think this is a really nice way of doing it that's like fairly cost effective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that'll do it. And there was no fragrance in that wax, so that goes straight back into the pot. And then so I can keep up with which is in which, because once they've hardened, I'll put a label on them. I'm just going to put a few drops in each of them. That is Madame. I think that's a Chanel Mademoiselle dupe, I want to say. Snow Pixie, I think, is Snow Fairy from Lush. Then I have Strawberry. Put that there. Strawberry I've used before. Oh, wow, that's Snow Pixie. Wow, I never realised how much that smells like, you know, like rhubarb and custard sweets. Wow, that is a real strong scent. Candy Floss, because obviously, again, it's a pink vibe. Then I've got Vie et Bonne, which I think is La Vie est Belle, or whatever it's called, from Lancôme. And then finally, Tobacco and Vanilla, which is really partially a fragrance that I bought for me to test, because I think this is the kind of thing that we would... It's very like on brand for us. That's not wanting to come out of there. Come on. Okay. Some of them are just less droppy than others. Again, this is not the way to make a wax melt. This is purely to test scents. So I've got these. Once they've hardened, I'm just going to put a little sticker on it and say this is what it is, and then we can sniff them together when we're together later, and she can melt them on her own time and be like, right, these are the ones that I prefer. That also does nothing for us in terms of whether or not it will work as a candle. This is just like first level. Oh, it just reminded me, I need to remember I made this the other day with like the dregs of different Jesmonite things when I was making the trays, and it happened just completely by coincidence to be the same colour as the wall in my friend's house. Yeah, that's not how we will test whether or not it will work as a candle. Pretty much every fragrance oil will work as a wax melt, but once she's decided what she wants, then I'll do my tests for the candle. Right, also, this arrived. We are going to go and visit my friend today, and we're going to have a look at the shop, which is exciting. If you've been following along, my friend is opening a shop, and it's going to be like an independent makers collective. So that's obviously really exciting for us, because we're a small business, and it pays to have friends who have businesses that will allow you to showcase your products in them. But she's also been finding other local people in the area. It's going to be a really fun thing. I'm very excited for this next season of our business, and to see how this works for her, obviously, as well. But we ordered on Amazon some... Oh, I thought I was going to have to make this. That's amazing. I totally thought I was going to have to build this. That's fantastic. So we ordered these thinking this could work well as a display in the shop for our pick and mix. Come on. This is actually, oh, okay. Just be more careful, Michaela, because although we didn't have to make it, we don't have to tear it apart either. This is supposed to be made of bamboo, but it feels like it's made of balsa wood. Okay, that's fine. That's it. Easily fixed. But learn from my mistakes and don't be hard on everything. That needs like possibly a little bit of glue. Sometimes I hate myself. Oh, there's some little nails. That's what it is. They're not even nails though. They're almost like staples. That it needs to be like pushed together. I don't feel like this was entirely my fault because this feels very flimsy actually. And if you look at this, that's already cracked, which is not ideal. So I don't think that was entirely my fault, but I'll see what I can do with it. So the idea is that this, or something like it, this might not be it because this is a little bit less nice than I thought it was going to be, especially for the money. I'd seen other ones, like, look, it's warped. That's like a weird, I thought it was going to be slightly nicer than this. And I had seen others, they were varying in price. And I didn't get the most expensive, but I didn't get the cheapest. But there are other alternatives. Right, so this was supposed to be for our pick and mix. Let me show you what our pick and mix looks like. When a customer orders it from the shop, they get it in a bag like this. We thought this was cute. It's very like traditional pick and mix, but it also feels on brand because it's black and white and a little bit slick, but it is, still feels like a pick and mix. And basically, all the samples that Karen used to make, she's now made them up for pick and mix. And I measured this. This, by the way, is a tea bag organizer, storage. And I measured, and our little, whatever these are called, waxine bags. Waxine, that's from Friends. They are the same size as tea bags. So the idea is you will have pick and mix in a stand like this. And you can choose however many for however much. I forget what the price is. I want to say you get 10 wax melts for £12, which I think is pretty good. And then it comes in a thing like this. And so next to this, we'll have the bags, the stickers. Maybe we'll do boxes with labels if people want to make it like a gift. But I think this could work quite well, actually. I think that looks quite nice if I can make the stand feel a little bit less flimsy. I've got two of them. Let me just open the second and see whether or not this is better or worse. It feels like it's stuck in the box and I'm nervous to be too hard on it. Oh, this is so much better. No, the first one's broken. The first one is totally broken. Look at each of the side of this and then look at this one. It's not supposed to be like that. You couldn't just pull this off like I did. So I'm going to send that one back, but this one's perfect. So those next to each other in the shop with all of the wax melts on, how cool will they look? I think they'll look really smart. We use something similar for our regular wax melts as well. It's also interesting. Now I'm looking at it. Yes. So this actually could be even better than I thought because these sections back here, you can actually lift those out. So if I wanted to, say, take the bottom part out and have our bags be in the bottom, like whatever, you know, imagine the flat bags are in the bottom there, I can take that section out of the bottom and have them, it all be self-sufficient and then maybe some labels or something. Oh, that's going to work really nicely. Okay, right, that's us done for a couple of hours. I've got some compute work to do. I am working on the website for my friend's shop, which I've just done kind of like the basics. Late last night I was working on it and I've done just kind of the format of what it is and then we can have a play around with it together today and see what she likes, what she doesn't like. And I'll see you when I'm on my way to the shop. I'm so excited. This is the first time I'm seeing it since it's they've had some stuff put into it. It's going to be... yeah, it's going to be really fun, so I can't wait to show you. I was convinced all morning that I was going to forget something, and I have. I have. I meant to bring my computer. I had it in a bag, ready to go. And I have brought 2 big bags with me, but not the bag with the computer in it. So that's annoying, but hey ho. I think I showed you in a different vlog, but not on this channel. So this is where the shop is going to be. Over the road from the Ingram Arms in Hatfield. Ha 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 ha. Let's see what Andy's doing inside. Oh, this looks so cool. So is it actually supposed to be a desk?
No, it's a shop counter.
It is actually a shop counter. Is this not what you said in IKEA that you'd seen?
No, this is not the IKEA one.
Oh, right.
Oh, you're a machine, aren't you?
Displayed it from the.
Did this come from IKEA?
Oh my god, it's heavy. It's heavy.
snazzy,
Kaz is
isn't
showing me
it?
the till. This is so exciting.
Yes, so you've got smoke and matches along there, and then we've just put random thing in
Yeah.
at the moment. But yeah, it's really easy. It's just like
Oh, that is so
press
cool.
card, press cash.
It's like a real shop, Kaz.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's just and I can't believe the till point. I'm like,
I know. Oh yeah,
just wanna go and-
I'll show you the
just
till
wanna go
point
and,
later
like, lean on the till
when
point.
when Andy's finished. But it is
We
looking
literally
really
just
good.
put Badoo looks like a gift bag, prosecco glass. But yeah, and then it was just all different businesses. It'll
So
just,
exciting.
I know. It's just so easy as well. Snazzy.
All finished.
Wow.
Kaz, I can't believe how quickly you built this.
I know. It took
This
me
was
like
so
half an hour.
impressive.
It took me less than half an hour.
This is really
It's
good.
good, isn't it? And then we could have products on here.
Love
as
it.
add-ons. Add-ons products.
Forget-me-nots.
Forget-me-nots. The
Love
proof
it.
spray. Do you want a candle with that? So,
Yes.
do you want a candle with that? Oh no, I'm drinking this. I'll just drink it.
This is nice. I didn't realise it had this bit
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
It
this
does
is
look good.
Isn't it? This is good for where we have products.
So
So I was
this is
thinking
this
that-
is all from Temu.
Yeah, the whole piece, yeah.
How much was it?
100 quid.
100 quid.
Shut up! That's
This is like
amazing.
£3 grand
It
from
was about
that place.
250 quid on Wayfair for exactly the same thing.
God almighty. This is so
Yeah.
It
good.
came in like 3 days.
That's crazy.
And then we could have
This
like,
looks so legit.
It is legit. It's
I
a
know.
proper shop.
It's like it's a shop, Kaz.
Weird.
It's
like it's a shop.
Crazy.
Amazing.
This is way better than the IKEA one.
Look at these dogs. Are you excited?
Hey, are you going to stay in the window? You're going to stay in the window?
Oh, you as well. I know, you as well. It is several days and several tester candles later, and this is what I'm doing today. I am not melting. I'm trying to get all of the wax out of these jars to use them as more testers, so I'm not wasting new jars on tester scents. I think when last we talked about the new collection, I think it was last week, I was showing you that we had Elm Street, Cherry Falls, and Last Summer. Cherry Falls is just like a win across the board. Absolutely fantastic. Kind of wish that we could have it as our permanent. Anything could happen. Then we've got, I've already forgotten the names. Elm Street, which I'm waiting to cure so I can test it. And Last Summer, the oil that I bought for it was with great intention of like, this is going to be fantastic. And it's a good scent and the throw is good, but it's just not right for what we want. And so then I was looking at like, well, maybe I can blend it with other oils. No matter what I did, if I blended that fragrance oil with another fragrance oil, it tunneled. Every single time, it didn't matter what I blended it with. It was the most bizarre thing. And I wanted to share that because it's worth talking about. Look, this was one of them. That tunneling is immense, absolutely immense, because I'm making multiple candles at once. They're exactly the same, like heat, same temperatures, same wax, same wicks, same jars, and it doesn't make sense. One has just got 100% of this in it. The other is like 50-50 or 60-40 or whatever. As soon as I start blending that fragrance oil with anything else, it tunnels. It's a good reminder that this is why we need to do proper testing every single time you change anything, because on paper it makes no sense. And yet they obviously just, it doesn't blend well with other things. So we were talking about it this morning, like, well, what are we going to do? And what we've decided is just to sack that one off. So if Elm Street works, which I think it will, Cherry Falls is already like chef's kiss, then we will just launch 2 in the summer week. I don't know who decided it was going to be 3. It was probably me. It's an arbitrary number. So we're just going to, rather than put more money into making something work, we would probably need more labels. We would definitely need a different fragrance oil. It's all money after money. Why throw good money after bad when we can just sack that off? We'll revisit it again next summer, and maybe that's not meant to be. That's what we're going to do. That's kind of what we've decided on. So I wanted to share that because so often it looks like, oh, you do make a decision, you do your test, it all works, you launch the product, people buy it or they don't, but that's that. It's not as simple as that. And I have got countless candles that work perfectly with my recipe, and sometimes they just don't. Sometimes they just don't work, and there's no particular reason, and it's frustrating, but they just don't work. So I wanted to share that little frustration of the week. In terms of the shop, things are moving along. I don't know if I told you earlier in this vlog, but the idea is that the shop is going to open on the 5th of July. Originally it was going to be, are we drifting? We might be drifting. Originally it was going to be the 4th of July because that's Independence Day, and she liked the idea of it being Independence Day. I think it's because you're on a slope. Hang on. Okay, I've put you on a flat surface and we'll see what happens. I feel like I'm rushing all over the place this morning because I've got work and I want to get some bits done. I've been trying to make some like sample candles and stuff this morning and just like tick, tick, tick before I start work. So I am like slightly out of breath. I'm also not in any way fit. I'm working on it. But yeah, she wanted it to be like Independence Day, which I love the idea of, but it's a Friday. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to launch on the 5th, which is a Saturday, obviously, and then do like a soft launch on the Friday so that they can test things out. If people happen to wander in, great. But the big launch will be the 5th. So if anyone is interested, if anyone's in the area, in the Doncaster area, it is 4 on the High Street in Hatfield in Doncaster. I'll leave the information below. I am helping them with a website. So I think we're going to meet up next week and talk like branding and like website details and things like that. So if you're interested, I will check if she's happy for me to like vlog that, and I'll show you a little bit about it. A couple of people have asked me about website stuff, so I may use their website as like a dummy site while there's nothing on it, because they're not selling anything from the website yet. While there's nothing on it, I may use their website as a dummy site to kind of show you Shopify, the back end of it, and how to do things. So yeah, let me know what you would like to see in regard to that, as well as like Canva and things like that. But yeah, it's exciting. It's really exciting. That's going to be before we know it. What are we on? Like the 11th of June, and within a month, the shop's going to be open. So I can't wait, and I can't wait to take you along to see how that all kind of goes down. It's going to be so fun. We're not necessarily going to be there every single week, but I would like to try to be there every Saturday that I can. Just because, I mean, first of all, it's going to be so much fun, but also because it's like an experience that we wouldn't get to have otherwise, and we'll get to meet people in person more regularly than we did with our like ad hoc markets. But yeah, hopefully we'll see some of you there. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I will be back next week with another Candlemaker small business vlog, and I will see you guys then. Bye.